Hello, my friends. Happy Tuesday. As you can see, I've already opened sets, and this is part 2. If you didn't see part 1, go ahead and go over to part 1 and watch it. I will link it in the description so it's easy for you to find, or you can just go to my profile and find the one. I don't know what I'm saying. I don't know. There's a part 1. I'll have the link in the description. This is part 2. So I just put on Coming in Hot. I have glitter everywhere. Just put on Coming in Hot from the 2021 fall catalog. And I'm about to put an overlay on. I'm going to do, what is the name of this one? For the Cause. I'm going to do For the Cause and Web of Lies. So why For the Cause and why orange? Because for those of you who don't know me, let me introduce myself. My name is Tara Stoddard, and I am an independent color street stylist. And recently, this year, back in March, I was diagnosed with ADHD. So yes, it is Breast Cancer Awareness Month too, and we have 2 new sets that came out today. They are amazing, and you should check it out. But it is also ADHD Awareness Month. So I am putting on orange because that's the color of the cause. And that's why I'm doing For the Cause, because there is so much misinformation out there about what ADHD is. I mean, even there's still there's a ton of misinformation. There's a ton of stigma around the medication for ADHD, and I'm pretty open. I've been really open with you guys, a little bit more open in my Facebook group than on Facebook. But still, I talk about it on here, and I've mentioned many times that I am on medication for ADHD. And there's a lot of people still, like when I tell them that, or I'm seeing posts on Facebook about medication, they compare it to like being on drugs, like saying that I don't want to be censored on here, so, or like YouTube say you can't talk about that on here, so I'm going to be very careful with my words. But people comparing it to a lot of street drugs, or a street drug in particular, or I don't know, there's just a lot of I don't know what to say about it, but a lot of information that's not true. Let's just put it that way. For me, the medication I'm on, it is a stimulant. It calms me down. I know you can't tell because it doesn't work 100%. And I still tend to talk really fast, and I still, even when I'm on it, I still have trouble focusing. I still, it's not perfect. It's not perfect, but it's better. I mean, it has changed my life for the better. I'm not saying that medication's for everybody. Definitely not saying that. But if you have been thinking about, if you have ADHD or your children have ADHD and you've been thinking about it, I don't want you to be scared. I don't want you to be scared because although it doesn't work for everybody, it does work for many people. And I just so happened to find a good combination. It did take, let me tell you, it took me 6 months. And my psychiatrist said that is actually really fast for finding the correct dosage, the correct medication for me. I did go through 2 different ones, and I have had my dosage changed, like I think three different times before finding the right fit for me. So it does take some time, and it could take a year or longer to find the right medication for you, because you have to, you have to try it, and you have to give it time to see if it works. And then you got to try different dosages to see which one is going to be the best fit for you. It is such a process, and it was so hard to to get through the whole process. But now that I have found the correct dosage and, I don't have to go through that anymore, I can tell you it has been so worth it for me. So worth it, especially being a homeschool and work from home mom. It has completely changed things for the better for me. I used to really suffer from anxiety a lot. It was really bad. And I think that's kind of what pushed me this year for treatment, was because my anxiety was getting terrible. So, repeating thoughts in my head, and I could not shut my brain off. It was bad. But since treatment, and I also dealt with depression. I don't know, people with ADHD who have depression that's caused from ADHD, it's a different kind of depression. Now, that's not to say that you can't have, depression in addition to ADHD. But sometimes for a lot of people with ADHD, the untreated ADHD is the cause of the depression. Now you have to, don't take my word for it. Talk to a doctor about it. It's not always the case. For me, it was. So being treated helped my depression and my anxiety, which freaking amazing. So amazing. But I know that there's still that stigma out there. So that's why I'm talking about it, because I know how much it changed my life, how much it has improved just in the few months I've been on it. And it doesn't affect me, it calms me down. It doesn't affect me the way it would for somebody with a neurotypical brain. If you don't have ADHD, it is going to, I don't know, wire you, get you all, you're staying up for days on end, or I don't know what it does. I don't know, but it calms me down. It really does. It calms me down. It helps me focus. It helps me finish the most mundane, boring tasks that I could not get myself to do before, like doing the dishes or doing the laundry, cleaning, paying bills. Oh my gosh. If you know, those of us with ADHD, it is so hard for us to do those boring tasks. I mean, it's hard for anybody, right? We don't want to do them. But for those of us with ADHD, it is there's a physical pull away from doing these things, because we don't see a reward at the end. It's not rewarding for us. Those with ADHD were lacking dopamine. And our reward center in the brain is off. I don't know if I'm making any sense right now. Okay, we're going to put those aside. But yeah, that it's off. That reward center is off. So that's why we have no problem hyper focusing on things that we really love. On things that we love, we could spend hours doing them. Hours. And completely shut out the entire world, including taking care of our own needs, our own physical needs, like eating and drinking and going to the bathroom. We will shut that all off and focus on this one thing that we absolutely love doing. But try to get us to do the same thing for something that we don't enjoy. Forget it. It's really, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's hard for me to explain. Where am I going with all this? I don't know. It's ADHD Awareness Month. What am I doing this one? Oh my. But I was bringing up the whole medication thing because I recently saw not a meme, but a graphic going around where it compared being on ADHD medication to being on drugs. And oh my goodness, I cannot. Had I been able to, you know what, I want to do this one. Had I been able to be medicated when I was a child, I think my teenage years would have been completely different. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry if you see little gnats coming in like under the light. They're attracted to the light. This one's going to be a little bit big. I don't know why they're in my office. Just pretend that you don't see them. Anyway, had I been medicated as a teenager, I think I would not have done some of the incredibly impulsive, you know what, I'm going to try to save this because I can. Some of the incredibly impulsive things I did as a teen. And luckily, oh my gosh, these gnats. Luckily, I did correct myself and I did change my ways, and it could have been so different for me. I could have gone down a completely different path. But that's one of the things with ADHD is that a lot of the time, if we go untreated with ADHD, we tend to self-medicate. We find things that make us feel good. We find things that, I don't know, we're impulsive. We make impulsive decisions, add in teenage hormones, and it is a recipe for disaster sometimes. But yeah, those of us with untreated ADHD, we might try to self-medicate with alcohol or drugs. And I don't want to get into that too far, but it's a real thing. And so those kids are at higher risk for abusing certain things because they're trying to self-medicate. And that could be self-medicating anxiety. It could be self-medicating depression. It could be to, you know, when you're drinking alcohol, it will slow your brain down. So you're not feeling like you're all over the place, you know, because some of us, all the hyperactivity is in our head, in our brain. It's not in our head. I shouldn't say it like that. It's in our brain. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is we're going to do an awareness ribbon for our thumbs. For my thumb. Saying our thumb. For my thumb, I think we're going to do that. Yes. I like it. Oh, I like this so much. What else was I going to say? I was going to say something. Dun, 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 dun. Yay. Oh, I love it. I love it. So good. And these thumb ones are a little bit big on me. So we got to perforate it right here. Bam, bam, bam. All right. So I don't know if any of what I said has been enlightening or helpful for you. I know there's a lot of you who have kids who have ADHD, or maybe you are going through the process of finding out for yourself, you know, if what you're dealing with is ADHD. And it's not always medication that people turn to. There's other ways of dealing with it. But I know that with medication, it helps those chemicals, the chemical imbalance that I have. That's what it's helping with. It's bringing it to up, you know, bringing it a little bit more to normal levels. And I will say that, as a woman, I do have to deal with some other issues around certain times of the month, where medication doesn't even work. It doesn't even work. Oh man, it is so hard sometimes. I am looking forward to more research being done for women with ADHD, because for many years we know a lot about the criteria and how medication, basically helps little boys, is what it all used to be. So I'm looking forward to more research being done to help everybody, because there's so much that we don't know, so much. And I have learned so much in this 1 year from being, thinking that I had it, to being formally diagnosed, and now being on medication for it. I have learned a ton. And I know that there's so much out there that we still have to learn. There's so much. It's a very complex kind of thing. We are, man, I don't know. But learning about it has definitely helped me to know myself better and to know my son who has ADHD better. All right, friends, man, that was a little deep, kind of. That was a little out there. But I am finished now, and I hope you like this as much as I do. Let's do the sleeve thing. I love it. Do you love it? I'm trying to make sure that it's still on. I love it so much, more than I thought I would. I didn't think I was going to like this color on me, but I really do. And I could see this. Oh man, you know what would be really pretty for fall? Putting Plaid About You over it. Like, how some people do it like at an angle. Oh my gosh, so good. This would look so good with that overlay. Anyway, I invite you all to join me in my Facebook group, because every Monday I do go live, and we talk about life and take off my nail polish and plan for today's manicure. The other thing is, if you like this look, I will have a link in the description where you can shop the look. I can't promise you that everything is going to be in stock. I don't even know if Web of Lies is still in stock. I don't know. I guess it depends on when you're seeing this. I really don't know if either of these are still, but we have something. That's the point. We have something that you're going to love on the website, even if this isn't on there. And if you need suggestions or help, you are more than welcome to comment and or contact me on Facebook and ask away. All right, friends, that is all I have for you today. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really tell me what you think. Is it a little much? It might be a little much. I don't know. I like it though. I'm a little much sometimes. All right, I will talk to you next week for a brand new manicure. Have a fabulous rest of your week, friends.